This is Steve Robbins. Welcome to the Get It Done Guys quick and dirty tips to work less and do more. Listener Daniel has a complicated life. He writes, I want to scan my inbox, make to-dos, and then delete or archive my email. But there's follow-up needed. If I add the to-do to investigate a zombie issue, always a good idea, Daniel, when I'm done, I need to remember to send my findings to the Oreo ice cream cake procurement department. I leave the original email in my inbox to reply to later. I'm afraid if I just have the to-do, I'll do it and then lose the thread of who I'm supposed to follow up with. What do I do? Daniel, you've come to the right place. Some people live in a one-to-do life. Each of their to-dos has no further implications. Buy snacks. Once that's off the task list, there's no follow-up, no engagement, no life. Those poor souls are powerless. Their relevance is low, and their Cheetos consumption is very high indeed. You, I, and our listeners aren't like that. We live sophisticated, multi-step lives. We require follow-up. We require resources. We have tasks like create freeze ray. Once that's done, we must use our freeze ray to impress our love interest, reshape the world political order into anarchy that we run, and defeat Captain Hammer. And as rich as our lives are, keeping track of those complicated workflows is a job unto itself. In an ideal world, we would have minions, not be minions, and our minions would take care of our follow-up actions and our resources. We would check off a to-do item and they would remind us of what's next. Sadly, most of us can't afford minions, so we have to make do for ourselves. Organize your information for easy retrieval. Where to send your findings is just one kind of information that you want to attach to your task. You might also want to attach relevant documents to a task. In the episode on labeling file folders, which was episode 3, only 343 episodes ago, we filed things according to retrieval. Now you're creating a freeze ray out of Wonderflonium. You want all relevant information available at your fingertips whenever you're dealing with the issue. Next steps, notes about Wonderflonium acquisition, and the CIA documents that you liberated while doing your research. You might even want that original email if it has important Wonderflonium purity requirements, or even a PDF of the freeze ray blueprints that you'll need during procurement. Use your notes fields. When all you have is an email that you want to attach, cut and paste the email text into the notes field of the task or calendar appointment. Every major calendar and task system allows you to add notes to a calendar item or a task item. And then when you check off a task or when you attend a meeting, the notes field will have all of the reference information you need. The original email can still go into your archive or trash, and when you check off the to-do, you'll be able to look at the notes and figure out what's the next thing you want to do with it. This takes care of simple text, but not attachments. Many calendar programs allow attachments for calendar items, but task lists often don't. If you have an iDevice, you're in luck. There's an iPhone or iPad app called Everythink. That's EveryThink, and it lets you connect all of these items together so that you have everything when and where you need it. But if you need to connect everything on your desktop computer, you need another way. Create a now file. Your brain has short-term memory for dealing with information about what you're currently working on, so create computerized short-term memory as well. Create a folder called Now. When an email kicks off an issue that needs follow-up information or reference material, create a subfolder inside of Now with today's date, a description of the issue, and a brief tag. So, for example, you might call the folder 2015-1-25 Freeze Ray Construction FR1. The date is January 25th, 2015. The topic is Freeze Ray Construction. FR1 is the tag. Toss everything about the issue into that folder, documents, shortcuts to websites, and so on. You can drop documents right into that folder, or you can create shortcuts to the documents if the originals live elsewhere and shouldn't be moved. For related hard copy documents, create a paper file that's also named Now-2015-01-25 Freeze Ray Construction FR1, as described in my episode on synchronizing your online and offline files. There's a link in this episode's transcript to that episode. Also, create an identically named folder in your email filing system and move the related emails there. So now in every system you have a short-term memory for your freeze ray construction project. And now cross-reference everything. When you're scheduling a related calendar item or a to-do item, put the related tag in the notes field. So write, quote, see file FR1, unquote, in the notes. You know the folder will always be somewhere in your Now folder, and you just scan for which folder has the tag FR1. Use your folder tag to add cross-references everywhere you refer to this initiative. I'll even be sneaky And when I'm emailing people, I'll add the tag below my signature as a reminder of where the relevant files are. That way, even if we get into a long back and forth via email, I can just scan the included emails, because who deletes emails after replying to them these days? And it's super easy to find out where the related documents live. It's kind of a way of having little notes to yourself. And then when it's time to check off your to-do item, just follow the tag to your Now folder, and somewhere in your Now folder you will find that email, which will tell you where to forward the results of your work. Prune your Now folder. Since your Now folder names start with the date, you can sort them very easily to see the oldest first or the newest first. I talk about this in my episode on file naming conventions. There's a link in this episode's transcript. Every so often, browse through your Now folder and find subfolders that are no longer relevant. Move the contents to any archives where they need to be stored, and then toss that subfolder right into the trash. Voila! You had everything you needed, when you needed it, without cluttering your inbox, and now you've thrown it away, and life goes on with all of your goals completed. Modern computers just aren't there yet. Even though we can store everything, our ability to get back the information we need when we need it isn't so great. By creating a centralized Now location for everything relevant to a given email or a given issue that you're currently dealing with, you can create a short-term memory system for your computer. Using well-named folders with a unique tag, you can file your incoming emails and documents and just add the tag to related calendar and to-do items. When it's time for a meeting, or when you check off a to-do item, the tag sends you right to your short-term memory files to find what you need to nail the next steps. I'm Steve Robbins. You can find this episode's transcript with links to the previous episodes that are mentioned at getitdone.quickanddirtytips.com. I help high achievers accelerate or change their careers. If you want to know more, visit steverobbins.com. That's SteverRobbins.com. Work less, do more, and have a great life.